Hey, I'm almost done. I had to redo the entire Gospel of Thomas because the audio file got deleted. Most unfortunate. Hold on, the Wi-Fi sucks balls. Alright. Whoops. That's not what we want. There we go. Welcome back, you guys. How's it going? Alchemy, how's it going, brother? I'm running on fumes right here, trying to finish up this Gospel of Thomas. So I figured I would go live, make it a little more interesting for me. Alt. Septic. Till the early morning. Hell yeah, alchemy, nice. I ended up just falling asleep last night. I laid in bed and I was like, I'm not going to sleep. And of course, I opened my eyes like an hour and a half later at midnight and I went to sleep. But I'm glad you guys killed it on the Discord. That is wonderful. I'm glad that you guys did because that's what it's for. John Milks, nice to see you, brother. Kalis, I hope I'm pronouncing that right still. Good morning or afternoon or evening. I don't know what the hell. Or good tomorrow. Good tomorrow for you. Okay. However, let us continue. You guys want to see what it's like, some behind the scenes for making audiobooks? This is the program. It's not recording the frequency waves for God knows what reason here, which means I've got to do some fucking post-edit voodoo magic to get it right. That's going to be a bitch. Hit play. Or record, I should say. Bada bing, bada boom. Hello, hello. This is Keith, your man of letters, here to bring you knowledge, information, and entertainment. And go ahead and play her back. Bada boom. Hello, hello. This is Keith, your man of letters, here to bring you knowledge, information, and entertainment. Whoa, just that, please. Don't delete anything else. All right. We have a little microphone set up, complete with what is that? Little Ninja Turtle sock to buffer the sound. A little homemade studio. So if you would like to help Man of Letters upgrade his studio so he doesn't have to use socks as a sound buffer, you can join the Patreon and be one of the supporters so we can upgrade our equipment. But it's fine. It still comes out fire anyways. Let's go ahead and run this though. That's cool. Is my phone that laggy right now? It sucks. Let's go ahead and run this though. That's cool. No, we're good. All right, here we go. When will they come and take what is theirs? When will they come and take what is theirs? No, we're good. All right, here we go. Jesus said, "Why do you wash the outside of the cup? Do you not realize that he who made the inside is the same one who made the outside? Come unto me, For my yoke is easy and my lordship is mild, and you will find repose for yourselves." They said to him, "Tell us who you are so that we may believe in you." He said to them, "You read the face of the sky and of the earth, but you have not recognized the one who was before you, and you do not know how to read this moment. Seek and you will find. Yet what you asked me about in former times, and which I did not tell you then, now I do desire to tell, but you do not inquire after it. Do not give what is holy to dogs, lest they throw them on the dung heap. Do not throw the pearls to swine." Jesus said, "He who seeks will find, and he who knocks will be let in. If you have money, do not lend it at interest, but give it to one from whom you will get nothing back. The kingdom of the Father is like a certain woman. She took a little leaven, concealed it in some dough, and made it into large loaves. Let him who has ears hear. The kingdom of the Father is like a certain woman who was carrying a jar full of meal. While she was walking on the road, still some distance from home, the handle of the jar broke, and the meal emptied out behind her on the road. She did not realize it. She had noticed no accident. When she reached her house, she set the jar down and found it empty. Jesus said, "The kingdom of the Father is like a certain man who wanted to kill a powerful man. In his own house he drew his sword and stuck it into the wall in order to find out whether his hands could carry through. Then he slew the powerful man." The disciples said to him, "Your brothers and your mother are standing outside." He said to them, "Those here who do the will of my Father are my brothers and my mother. It is they who will enter the kingdom of my Father." They showed Jesus a gold coin and said to him, "Caesar's men demand taxes from us." He said to them, "Give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Give God what belongs to God. And give me what is mine." Jesus said, "Whoever does not hate his father and his mother as I do cannot become a disciple to me. And whoever does not love his father and his mother as I do cannot become a disciple to me. For my mother, but my true mother, gave me life. Woe to the Pharisees, for they are like a dog sleeping in the manger of oxen. For neither does he eat nor does he let the oxen eat. Fortunate is the man who knows where the brigands will enter, so that he may get up, muster his domain, and arm himself before they invade." They said to Jesus, "Come, let us pray today, and let us fast." Jesus said, "What is the sin that I have committed, or wherein have I been defeated? But when the bridegroom leaves the bridal chamber, then let them fast and pray. He who knows the father and the mother will be called the son of a harlot." Jesus said, "When you make the two one, you will become the sons of man, and when you say, 'Mountain, move away,' it will move away. The kingdom is like a shepherd who had 100 sheep. One of them, the largest, went astray. He left the 99 sheep and looked for that one until he found it. When he had gone to such trouble, he said to the sheep, 'I care for you more than the 99. Jesus said, "He who will drink from my mouth will become like me. I myself shall become he, and the things that are hidden will be revealed to him. The kingdom is like a man who had a hidden treasure in his field without knowing it, and after he died, he left it to his son. The son did not know about the treasure. He inherited the field and sold it. The one who bought it went plowing and found the treasure. He began to lend money at interest to whomever he wished." Jesus said, "Whoever finds the world and becomes rich, let him renounce the world. The heavens and the earth will be rolled up in your presence, and the one who lives from the living one will not see death. Whoever finds himself is superior to the world. Woe to the flesh that depends on the soul. Woe to the soul that depends on the flesh." His disciples said to him, "When will the kingdom come?" Jesus said, "It will not come by waiting for it. It will not be a matter of saying, here it is, or there it is. Rather, the kingdom of the Father is spread out upon the earth, and men do not see it. Simon Peter said to him, Mary leaves us. Simon Peter said to him, let Mary leave us, for women are not worthy of life. Jesus said, I myself shall lead her in order to make her male, so that she too may become a living spirit resembling you males. For every woman who will make herself male will enter the kingdom of heaven. Oh, fine. And sweet. You think that the Emerald Tablets and Corpus Hermeticum were the best so far? Nice. It's going to be hard to top my Emerald Tablets. It has a certain sort of umph to it. But the other audiobooks that aren't getting so much traction might be my favorites because they actually have the most knowledge that people don't talk about that often. They don't have as much street cred, so they're never going to get as many views as the other ones, but I like them a lot. Emerald Tablets is the best. Emerald Tablets fucking slays. I was concerned that the Corpus Hermeticum came out a little dry, so I'm glad you like it though. What up, John? Nice to see you, man. What up, Little Evan? Ooh, the Kabbalion was dope too. Emerald Tablets and Kabbalion are dope. I mean, it's tough because a lot of the books that I do, some are not popular and some just have awesome content. Like the Kabbalion and Emerald Tablets, I wish I could find content that was written as interesting as those because it makes it a lot easier for me to get into the reading. Like Emerald Tablets is fucking awesome. That's why it was really easy for me to like catch a feel of the Emerald Tablets, and it was like I had read it 1,000 times. Whereas like the Gospel of Thomas, Corpus Hermeticum, are almost like, it's hard to catch a feel from those ones, you know? It's hard for me to really act out the text when it's, I don't know. So I would like to find another sort of Emerald Tablets that I can really sink into. Like the Book of the Dead might be dope, but that would take me a year to finish because it's like 1,300 pages long. This took me about an hour and a half to finish, and it's only about 11 pages long. So you can imagine how long the Book of the Dead would take me. What the hell? What's going on? Ever considered working with Audible? No, I haven't. I don't know if my audiobooks are professionally done enough for Audible. I can like they're good enough for YouTube, but Audible is like they're in an actual professional studio with professional sound equipment and professional editing software with professionals doing it from start to finish. The Book of the Dead by segment. Also, keep in mind, I can't do books that are new, because if they're new, they're still copywritten. So I can only do books that are in public domain, and I think public domain books have to be 80 years old or some shit like that. So until then, I gotta do the old texts, the old ones. You know what, I'd be more... yeah. Yeah, Kayla, I don't mean to limit myself, it's just... the amount of energy I would have, and time I would have to take to put into something the caliber of Audible is something that I'm not really willing to invest in right now. I'd rather put them up on YouTube for the time being and grow the YouTube channel. And once the YouTube channel is running towards sustaining my life a little more, say maybe I'm at about 10,000 subscribers, which is leading to a decent amount of Etsy sales, which is helping out a lot, helping pay for bills and things like that. I think at maybe 20,000 subscribers, I'll have enough traction to invest in professional equipment and have more time available to do some Audible quality things. Because I would love to do Audible, or I would love to do a reading for someone else who has a book and they just need someone who can narrate well. That's something I could do right now that I would love to do if any of you guys have a plug on that. To where they were like, yo, Keith, I like your style. We have a studio that's already set up. Come, sit down, do your thing. Here's your check at the end of the day. That's something I would love to do, without a doubt. The Celestine Prophecy, I loved that book. Oh, fuck, I loved the Celestine Prophecy. I would love to read that. I don't know if I can. I might not be able to do the Celestine Prophecy because it's pretty new, unless I got her permission, which I think she might be down for. No, Celestine Prophecy is still right up our alley. Still right up our alley, you guys. The channel is called Man of Letters. We study everything. Science, esoteric, plants, paganism, shamanism, science, metaphysics, philosophy. Bring it on. We study everything. So, why is this not... Ladies and gents, welcome back to another audiobook. I am your host, Keith. You're a man of letters, here to bring you knowledge, information, and hopefully at least a bit of entertainment. The Gospel of Thomas. Long awaited, long overdue. Thanks for being here. First things first, I would like to thank you guys for subscribing to the channel, or at least thank you guys for considering to do so. I really do appreciate it. The likes, the comments, the shares, the love, everything. Thank you guys for everything. You can donate on the Patreon, it's in the description. But at the very least, I would like to thank you guys for being here. Without further ado, let us get into it. This is the Gospel of Thomas, translated by Thomas O. Lambton. These are the secret sayings which the living Jesus spoke, and which Didymus Judas Thomas wrote down. And he said, whoever finds the interpretation of these sayings will not experience death. Let him who seeks continue seeking until he finds. When he finds, he will become troubled. The question is, troubled, he will be astonished, and he will rule over the all. The question is, should I do my own piano score for the background, or should I throw in... Okay. My ethanol extractor is coming, and FedEx was calling me to let me know that someone needs to sign for it. By man, and cursed is so excited. The lion consumes, and the lion becomes man.
The man is like a wise fisherman.
So no Gregorian chant?
To the sea and drew it up from the
How
sea
dope does
full
that
of
sound
small
though?
fish.
Listen.
Among them the wise fisherman found a fine large fish. He threw all the small fish back into the sea and chose the large fish without difficulty. Whoever has ears to hear, let him hear.
Alright, we'll do piano. I could do piano. I could do
Now
that.
the sower went out, took a handful of seeds and scattered them.
I can do that. Let us actually bounce track in place. Actually, let's save it first because it fucking deleted the last one for God knows what reason. For Thomas knows what reason. Gospel of Thomas. Save. New file. Of course, you're gonna be all stupid about it. Bounce track and replace. Gospel of Thomas, version 2. Save. Include volume. Isn't this cool, you guys? You get to see how Man of Letters audiobooks are made behind the scene. Have fun, Kalis. Thanks for chilling. Nah, I'll do piano. Part of me wanting to do the Gregorian chant was because I was too lazy to do the chant. Or because I was too lazy to... Because creating the piano score is just that much more work I have to put into it. But the more energy you put into something, the more you get out, right? At least that's what they say.
Long overdue. Thanks for being here. First things first, I would like to thank you guys for subscribing to the channel.
What the hell? No, come on. Here we go.
Ladies and gents, welcome back to another audiobook. I am your host, Keith, your man of letters, here to bring you knowledge, information, and hopefully at least a bit of entertainment. The Gospel of Thomas. Long awaited, long overdue. Thanks for being here. First things first, I would like to thank you guys for subscribing to the channel, or at least thank you guys for considering to do so. I really do appreciate it. The likes, the comments, the shares, the love, everything. Thank you guys.
Have fun in lab, kids. Learn some shit and bring it back to the squad.
But at the very least, I would like to thank you guys for being here. Without further ado, let us get into it. This is the Gospel of Thomas, translated by Thomas O. Lambton.
That's interesting. The man who translated its name is Thomas. I wonder if he is a reincarnation of Thomas himself. Is there anyone in the Patreon here? In the room right now, you guys? It's never. I'll probably do both. When I did the Emerald Tablets, the piano that you hear in Emerald Tablets is what I've written, and I think I might even have some ukulele in there. I was trying to get fancy. I probably shouldn't have put the ukulele in there, but I did anyways. So the piano was done by me, but there's also some other cinematic scores in there that I didn't do. One cinematic score I did do because it was from an old YouTube video that I just plugged in there. And then some I wrote as I was listening to the music or as I was listening to the talking, which seems to come out the best. I did that a lot with the Kabbalion, where I put the headphones in, listened to the talking, and played piano along with the word so that it sort of came out, so the music kind of matched. Which is, it goes by pretty quick, I guess. I'm just being lazy. I am better able to catch a feel that way anyways, because if I start talking fast, I can kind of play differently. If I talk slow, I can get dramatic. If there's a pause in the speaking, I can kind of embellish it with the music and sort of make it like an actual movie score to go along with the voice. I think that's another reason why the Emerald Tablets was so powerful. It's because I was really able to dial in the music with that one. Trust that the music in the background is not there just to be there and be pretty and shit. I'm definitely trying to amplify the words with the music. They're like audiobook theaters. You know what I mean? It's more than just listening to an audiobook like something you would find on Audible. It's a really sort of integrative experience I would like to create. And so far so good. So far so good. Francine Morris. Interesting. That's so crazy. This lady reached out to me, super stoked, and she's going to be helping me out with my dream interpretations because she's somewhat of a dream master. But she is a stunt woman. Don't want to give away her name just in case, but she slays. Starship Troopers, Independence Day, Nutty Professor, Swordfish, Blade. How cool is that? That's so cool. What? The Golden Compass? No, that's just something else. Anywho, I think that might be it for the day, you guys. How you guys feeling? Wait, I ordered that thing already, didn't I? Amazon. Where the hell's my vacuum pump at? Hey, any of you guys make your own moonshine, or happen to have a moonshine still that you would like to get rid of? Because I'm in the market to buy a moonshine. November 21st, what's today? Today is the 19th. Where the hell is the thing at? Interesting. Very interesting. Sorry, you guys. You're in sort of a behind-the-scenes video, which means I'm not going to be paying you too much attention. Oh, there's only 6 of you in here anyways. Y'all don't mind. Sounds like just a squadron here right now. We got up to 45 people in the live last night, by the way. Shipping on that going to be brutal. Not too much. I mean, there's stills online that I was going to buy that costed $60 to ship, which might seem brutal for you guys, but running a business, $60 ain't shit to ship something of that size. Because for the still, it was going to be $240. It was going to be $300 after shipping for a 35-liter still, which is great. I'm happy to pay that. Happily would pay that. But it was from China, and there were no reviews on it, so I was like, eh. Yeah, music. I think everybody should. Little Levin asked, do you find playing helps you grasp the Hermetic principles? For sure. I mean, once you understand the Hermetic principles, though, you see it in everything. You see it in the way plants grow, in the way the wind blows, in the way the ocean fucking tides raise, the way your emotions work, the way you play music. But music definitely helps. I think that's why all the gangster, like Leonardo da Vinci and Raphael, all those old Renaissance dudes were multifaceted. They studied music, they studied the arts, painting and drawing, they studied mathematics and philosophy. I think they were all just on a quest for truth and looked for it in whatever medium spoke to them the most. Wait, you guys were talking to each other on Discord? Not typing, but talking? If it's a big copper still, I need a massive still. Like I need to distill at least a gallon of ethanol every time I run it, because or something like that, which means it would need to be like a 30 to 35 liter still is what I'm looking for. So, which why I said moonshine, because usually people who are making moonshine have decent sized stills, 20 to 40 liters if you're making shit at the house. But yeah, if any of you guys have leads on that, if any of you guys want to post some shit on your social medias, I'm calling upon the network to find the Man of Letters Distill so we can start making our own ethanol. Because I just paid $140 for 1 gallon because the shipping on ethanol is a hazardous material, which means it costs like $40 extra shipping on top of whatever shipping you already have to pay. So I'm not trying to do that anymore. I would rather just make my own ethanol, which is not that hard to do. Oh shit, Little Evan, thank you. If that's the case, I mean, I'm happy to pay for it. I don't want you to have to like go out of your way and put energy into something for nothing. But let me know. Definitely let me know. if you're gonna give me a homie hookup and it doesn't have to be that size. If it's half that size, I could make it work. I would just have to run the still like 3 or 4 times to get what I need, but I'm fine with that. But thank you, Little Evan. I really do appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. I think my son just woke up. He's all, wah, 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 feed me, wah, wah, wah. You guys want to see something cool? This is gonna be one of the, when I get my ethanol extractor, this is gonna be one of the first things. It's copal, white copal, and I ground it up into a powder, and then I'll run it through the ethanol extractor and get something along the lines of this. This is rock rose. It's labdanum. Oh, you can't even see that. Looks like this. But you can, but you can use it for foods. You can use it as a medicine. Perfumes. Most people use it for perfumes because the shit smells amazing. But you could like dip it in powder resin and make incense sticks. Like, the list goes on. You can do a lot of cool shit with it. That's cool. I'm gonna have to jump on the voice chat with you guys soon. I saw it on your desk last night. I was wondering what you had working. Yeah, it's white copal. So the resin from the tree looks like this. It looks like crystals. And you can extract the oils from here, but you have to grind it up first. It looks like quartz. I know, it's white copal. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm gonna step out for like 1 minute. Hold on. Oh, here we are. Oh, here we are. Sounds good, little Evan. Thanks, man, or woman. Where we at? Peace out, Alchemy. Have fun at work. Man, cool. All right, I'm gonna go back into editing this shit, so you guys can kick it.
Ladies and gents, welcome back to another audiobook. I am your host, Keith, your man of letters, here to bring you knowledge, information, and hopefully at least a bit of entertainment. The Gospel of Thomas. Long awaited, long overdue. Thanks for being here. First things first, I would like to thank you guys for subscribing to the channel, or at least thank you guys for considering to do so. I really do appreciate it. The likes, the comments, the shares, the love, everything. Thank you guys for everything. You can donate on the Patreon, it's in the description. But at the very least, I would like to thank you guys for being here. Without further ado, let us get into it. This is the Gospel of Thomas, translated by Thomas O. Lambton. These are the secret sayings which the living Jesus spoke and which Didymus Judas Thomas wrote down. And he said, Judas Thomas wrote down. And he said, whoever finds the interpretation of these sayings will not experience death. Let him who seeks continue seeking until he finds. When he finds, he will become troubled. When he becomes troubled, he will be astonished, and he will rule over the all. Jesus continues, if those who lead you say to you, see, the kingdom is in the sky, then the birds of the sky will precede you. If they say to you, it is in the sea, then the fish will precede you. Rather, the kingdom is inside of you, and it is outside of you. When you come to know yourselves, then you will become known, and you will realize that it is you who are the sons of the living Father. But if you will not know yourselves, you dwell in poverty, and it is you who are that poverty. The old man in days will not hesitate to ask a small child 7 days old about the place of life, and he will live. For many who are first will become last, and they will become one and the same. Recognize.
Damn, little Evan. First of all, my father and brother's name are both Richard. And this still is not going to cost too much. I'm just trying to say the ethanol extractor costing me $2,040. Altogether, I spent like probably $2,500 so far to get my ethanol extracting system up. I had to get the extractor itself. I had to get the ethanol, which costs a lot. I had to get my Buchner funnel to separate the material, which costed $220. And I had to get the filtering paper, which I think cost like $50 for the filtering paper, for a few different grades of filtering paper. So yeah, but I've already made those purchases. I wanted to wait until I got more money from the Etsy sales, but I was like, fuck it, we're going in. Yeah, but this still shouldn't cost. Like I said, it shouldn't be more than like $400 or $500 for me to get a big still. What's up, sweet prince? Say hi. Say hi. Yeah. Who's that? Yeah. No, that's not what you said yesterday. Yeah. We got a new still. We're gonna be making all the plant extracts, huh? We're gonna make rose absolute. Tell them about it. Tell them you can do baby letters. Say we're doing baby letters stuff. We're doing baby letters. Tell them. We're gonna do lavender absolutes. We're gonna do some ganja oils. We're gonna do frankincense absolutes and some myrrh, some dragon's blood, maybe some white sage absolutes. We're gonna do some plumeria. It's gonna be awesome. Maybe some sandalwood oil. Yep, he's all about it. Huh, Sweet Pea? You excited? You excited to make all the money and build a pyramid on the property with all the money we make? We're gonna make money from the Etsy shop and we're gonna build a pyramid on our property. We have 10 acres of land with nothing but rolling hills and oak tree on it right now. And we're going to build a pyramid, huh? A big one that fits like 21 people. Huh, Sweet Prince? Huh? Yeah. Oh shit. Okay, looks like we're not going to be editing too much. But that was going crazy over here.
Recognize what is in your sight, and that which is hidden from you will become plain to you. For there is nothing hidden which will not become manifest. His disciples.
We're editing right now, Sweet Prince.
His disciples questioned him and said to him,
He's got the stinky butt right now. He's all mine.
do you want us to fast?
Excuse me, Atlas.
Do you want us to fast? Him and said to him, do you want us to fast? How shall we?
Nice, I'm so glad FedEx is dropping that off. Oh, we gotta keep on. Leave the door open. Just leave the whole front. Leave the front door open. Just, or like leave a paper saying we're home. Yell or something like that. I know. When I want something, if I can get it, I do move quick. I take a long time, bless you, to move. But when I move, I move. You know what I mean?
Aries.
Alice says hi. Oh, nice. Good shit, John. John's killing it. Everyone hopped on the Discord last night after the live.
Oh, yeah?
On voice Discord, which I didn't even know you could do. And apparently they all slayed it till the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah.
They're gonna hang out till the wee hours of the morning, eh, Atlas? Tell them we're gonna join tonight. It's gonna be a great time. Oh, my Christmas list. That is, we were talking about it. His Christmas gift this year is actually the plant extractor. Hi, Alice. We got you a plant extractor. We got you a Buchner funnel. We got you a gallon of 95% organic cane alcohol, ethanol. Aren't you excited? Yeah. He's stoked.
do you even get a baby for Christmas?
You basically get the baby what you want and blame it on the baby. It's my plan for the next year and a half or so. Your second Christmas, we're gonna get more plant stuff. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Mary wins. We're doing that right now, actually.
Alms, what diet should we observe?
We're working on the Gospel of Thomas.
Jesus said, do not tolerate,
Where are you babies?
and do not do what you hate. For all things are plain in the sight of heaven. For nothing hidden will not become manifest, and nothing covered will remain without uncovered. Covered. Blessed is the lion which becomes man when consumed by man, and cursed is the man whom the lion consumes, and the lion becomes man. The man is like a wise
Is
fisherman.
the door open?
Yeah, I just gotta write a sign. I
Oh.
just gotta change the little bit.
Oh, you're fine. All right. It's delivery guy. We are home. Thanks. Hey, sweet pea. What you doing, little prince? You hanging out with your bowl? Atlas, go stick this on the front. Go stick this on the front door. Atlas, come on. Make yourself useful. He's just staring at me like, pass that shit.
Wait, Papa.
Oh yeah, everyone say hi to Mary Wins. She's new. Mary, welcome to the squad. We got a good thing going here.
Covered.
Tell us a little
Blessed
bit about
is the
yourself.
lion which becomes man when consumed by man, and cursed is the man whom the lion consumes, and the lion becomes man. The man is like a wise fisherman who cast his net into the sea and drew it up from the sea full of small fish. Among them the wise fisherman found a fine large fish. He threw all the small fish back into the sea and chose the large fish without difficulty. Whoever has ears to hear, let him hear. Fish without difficulty.
Let those with ears.
You got the sign?
Oh yeah.
I'll get to it. We'll be downstairs.
Whoever has
What should we do for food?
Make something.
Atlas, order us a pizza. He said.
That sounds delicious.
So he wants a Little Caesars pickup.
Oh my goodness.
$5 large pickup. Extra dollar for extra cheese. We're not spiritual here, you guys. We eat pizza. With pepperoni. And pineapple. Probably the least spiritual people you'll ever come across. But we make a hell of an audiobook. Just kidding. We're kind of spiritual.
Whoever has ears to hear, let him hear. Now the sower went out, took a handful of seeds and scattered them. Some fell on the road. The birds came and gathered them up. Others fell on the rock, did not take root in the soil, Others fell on the rock, did not take root in the soil, Others fell on the rock. Others fell on the rock, did not take root in the soil, and did not produce ears. And others fell on thorns. They choked the seed, and worms ate them. And others fell on the good soil, and it produced good fruit. It bore 60 per measure, and 120 per measure. I have cast fire upon the world, and see, I am guarding it until it blazes. This heaven will pass away, and the one above it will pass also. The dead are not alive, and the living will not die. And the days when you consumed what is dead, you made it what it is alive. When you come to dwell in the light, what will you do? On the day when you were one, you became. What will you do? On the day when you were one, you became two. But when you become two, then what will you do? The disciples said to Jesus.
There's a little bird in the background of the recording. It makes a little peep. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
You do. The disciples said to Jesus.
Nice. I'm leaving that in there.
that you will depart from us? Who is to be our leader?" Jesus said to them, "Wherever you are to go to James the righteous, for whose sake heaven and earth came into being. Compare me to someone and tell me who I am like."
At one point, I want to make a lo-fi audiobook where I just do nothing but lo-fi hip-hop in the background. Like a super chill kind of. Funny thing is, I could probably do that. Like make my own, though. It's pretty simple. Just loop the drum track and play piano. Maybe I'll just do that. I don't know.
"Compare me to someone and tell me who I am like." Simon Peter said to him, "You are like a righteous angel." Matthew said to him, "You are like a wise philosopher." Thomas said to him, "Master, my mouth is wholly incapable of saying whom you are like." Jesus said, "I am not you are like." Jesus said, "I am not your master. Because you have drunk, you have become intoxicated from the bubbling spring which I have measured out." And he took him, Thomas, and withdrew and told him,
John Smith, you're going to have such a beautiful experience with your pizza toppings. I wouldn't worry about it. I forgot that you birthed them yourself. Like, you've already got the connection. It's going to be good, man. It'll be good. Remember all the things you learned from Terrence McKenna, and you'll be fine, man.
out. And he took him, Thomas, and withdrew and told him 3 things. When Thomas returned to his companions, they asked, "What did Jesus say to you?" Thomas said to them, "If I tell you one of the things which he told me, you will pick up stones and throw them at me, and then a fire will come out of the stones and consume all." Jesus said to them, "If you fast, you will give..."
Alice is crying downstairs. Said what in your mind like a hillbilly? I like my lo-fi. Lo-fi is good stuff, puts me in a good state of mind.
"If you fast, you will give rise to sin for yourselves, and if you pray, you will be condemned, and if you give alms, you will do harm to your spirits. When you go into any land and walk about in the districts, if they receive you, eat that which they set before you, and heal the sick among them. For what goes into your mouth will not defile you, but that which issues from your mouth. It is that which will defile you. When you see one who was born not of woman, lay yourselves on your faces and worship him, for that one is your father. Men think, perhaps, that it is peace which I have come to cast upon the world."
Listen to this, you guys. Listen to what Jesus says right here.
"Men think, perhaps, that it is peace which I have come to cast upon the world. They do not know that it is dissension which I have come to cast upon the earth. Fire, sword, and war, for there will be 5 in a house. 3 will be against 2, and 2 against 3. The father against the son, and the son against the father, and they will stand solitary."
People think I have come to bring peace, but I have not. It is dissent that I have come to bring. Interesting. Which makes sense. Dissent. Hold or express opinions that are at variance with those previously commonly or officially expressed. Jesus is all, I am a usurper of peace. Alright, Jesus, I see you working. I see you working. Shadow work, what no one tells you. Yeah, makes perfect sense. I mean, and look at the descent which he has brought henceforth. Was it part of Jesus' plan? Bum, bum, bum.
I shall give you what no eye has seen, and what no ear has heard, and what no hand has touched, and what has never occurred to the human mind.
Ooh.
The disciples said to Jesus,
Hit it. Hit him with it, Jesus.
tell us how our end will be. Jesus said, have you ever discovered then the beginning? Have you ever
Fuck.
Jesus said, have you ever discovered then the beginning, that you even look for the end? For what the beginning is, there will the end be. Blessed is he who will take his place in the beginning. He will know the end and will not experience death. Blessed is he who came into being before he. Blessed is he who came. Blessed is he who. Blessed is. Experience death. Blessed is he who came into being before he came into being. If you become my disciples and listen to my words, these stones will minister to you. For there are 5 trees for you in paradise, which remain undisturbed summer and winter, and whose leaves do not fall. Whoever becomes acquainted with them will not experience death. The disciples said to Jesus, tell us what the kingdom of heaven is like. He said to them, it is like a mustard seed. It is the smallest of all seeds, but when it falls on tilled soil, it produces a great plant and becomes a shelter for birds of the sky. Mary said to Jesus, whom are your disciples like? He said, they are like children who have settled in a field which is not theirs. When the owners of the field come, they will say, let us have back our field. They will undress in their presence in order to,
I did a pretty good job with not stumbling on the words on this one. You guys should have. I've made maybe 10 edits and 240 measures. The Emerald Tablets, oh my god, I must have messed up every stanza. I had 2 or 3 mistakes, and it was constantly going back and forth. There was like, the final product came out dope, but if you guys would have heard the editing process for that one, I was just stopping every 10-12 seconds. I was like, fuck, delete, move, delete, cut, splice, move, delete, cut, move, splice.
They will undress in their presence in order to let them have back their field and to give it back to them. Therefore I say, if the owner of a house knows that the thief is coming, he will begin his vigil before he comes, and will not let him dig through into his house of his domain to carry away his goods. You then be on your guard against the world. Arm yourselves with great strength, lest the robbers find a way to come to you, for the difficulty which you expect will surely materialize. Let there be among you a man of understanding. When the grain ripened, he came quickly with his sickle in his hand and reaped it. Whoever has ears to hear, let him hear. When the grain ripened, understanding. When the grain ripened, he came quickly with his sickle in his hand and reaped it. Whoever has ears to hear, let him hear. Jesus saw infants being suckled, and said to his disciples, these infants being suckled are like those who enter the kingdom. They said to him, shall we then as children enter the kingdom? Jesus said to them, when you make the 2 one, when you make the inside like the outside, and the outside like the inside, and the above like the below, and when you make the male and the female one and the same, so that the male not be male, nor the female, and when you fashion eyes in the place of an eye, and a hand in the place of a hand, and a foot in the place of a foot, and a likeness in the place of a likeness, then you will enter the kingdom. I shall choose you, 1 out of 1,000, and 2 out of 10,000, and they shall stand as a single one. His disciples said to him, "Show us the place where you are, since it is necessary for us to seek it." He said to them, "Whoever has ears, let him hear. There is a light within a man of light, and he lights up the whole world. If he does not shine, he is darkness. Love your brother like your soul. Guard him like the pupil of your eye. You see the mote in your brother's eye, but you do not see the beam in your own. When you cast the beam out of your own eye, then you will see clearly to cast the mote from your brother's eye. If you do not fast as regards the world, you will not find the kingdom. If you do not observe the Sabbath as a Sabbath, you will not see the Father. I took my place will not see the Father. I took my place in the midst of the world, and I appeared to them in flesh. I found all of them intoxicated. I found none of them thirsty.
I found all of them intoxicated, and none of them thirsty.
And my soul became afflicted for the sons of men, because they are blind in their hearts and do not have sight. For empty they came into the world, and empty too they seek to leave the world. But for the moment they are intoxicated. When they shake off their wine, then they will repent. If the flesh came into being because of spirit, it is a wonder. But if spirit came into being because of the body, it is a wonder of wonders. Indeed, I am amazed at how this great wealth has made its home in this poverty. Where there are 3 gods, they are gods. Where there are only 2 or 1, I am with him. No prophet is accepted in his own village. No physician heals those who know him.
No prophet is accepted in his own village. No healer heals those he knows.
A city being built on a high mountain and fortified. A city being built on a city being built on a high mountain and fortified cannot fall, nor can it be hidden. Preach from your housetops that which you will hear in your ear, for no one lights a lamp and puts it under a bushel, nor does he put it in a hidden place, but rather he sets it on a lampstand, so that everyone who enters and leaves will see its light. If a blind man leads a blind man, they will both fall into a pit. It is not possible for anyone to enter the house of a strong man and take it by force unless he binds his hands. Then he will be able to ransack the house. Do not be concerned from morning until evening, and from evening until morning about what you will wear. His disciples said, "When will you become revealed to us, and when shall we see you?" Jesus said, "When you disrobe without being ashamed, and take up your garments and place them under your feet like little children and tread on them, then will you see the Son of the Living One, and you will not be afraid. Many times have you desired to hear these words which I am saying to you, and you have no one else to hear them from. There will be days when you will look for me and will not find me."
Mama said there'll be days like this. There'll be days like this. Mama said. Mama said. Mama said. goodness. I feel like the live lo-fi videos where it's just a person sitting in that room working on a computer, but it's like a 15-second loop of the same thing, and they're just playing video games over and over, or the cat's like wagging its tail, or the person's like at the computer. That's me right now. Is that a sweet prince I see?
Yeah, it is.
That a sweet prince I see right there? Is it?
He's the sweetest of princes.
Is that a little sweet prince?
You're free.
Ay.
You're free. No, that's the social. That one. Not him.
I am
The Pharisees and the scribes have taken the keys of
380 measures out of 960. Oh! A little over a third of the way done. Little Caesars.
Michoacana and Little Caesar.
Oh my god. I'm only going to Michoacán for getting pepinos. I was actually thinking about the Michoacán yesterday.
Thinking about the fruits and the paletas.
Quiero sandía y pepinos.
Thank you. With tahini.
With lots of tahini and pico de gallo.
They
What do you want, Atlas? Oh, yeah?
They themselves have not entered, nor have they allowed to enter those who wish to. You, however, be as wise as serpents and as innocent as doves. A grapevine has been planted outside of the Father, but being unsound, it will be pulled up by its roots and destroyed. Destroyed. Whoever has something in his hand will receive more, and whoever has nothing will be deprived of even the little he has. Jesus said, even the little he has. Jesus said, become passers-by. His disciples said to him, who are you that you should say these things to us? Jesus said to them, you do not realize who I am from what I say to you, but you have become like the Jews, for they either love the tree and hate its fruit, or love the fruit and hate the tree. Whoever blasphemes against the Father will be forgiven, and whoever blasphemes against the Son will be forgiven. But whoever blasphemes against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven, either on heaven or on earth. Grapes are not harvested from thorns, nor are figs gathered from thistles, for they do not produce fruit. A good man brings forth good from his storehouse. An evil man brings forth
Cause and
evil
effect.
things from his evil storehouse,
AKA karma.
which is in his heart, and says evil things. For out of the abundance of the heart he brings forth evil things. Among those born of women, from Adam until John the Baptist, there is no one superior to John the Baptist, that his eyes should not be lowered before him. Yet I have said, whichever one of you comes to be a child will be acquainted with the kingdom and will become superior to John. It is impossible for a man to mount 2 horses or to stretch 2 bows, and it is impossible for a servant to serve 2 masters. Otherwise he will honor the one and treat the other contemptuously. No man drinks old wine and immediately desires to drink new, and no new wine is put into old wineskins, lest they burst. Nor was old wine put into a new wineskin, lest it spill out. An old patch is not sewn onto a new garment, because an old patch is
that? Oh. It's me. Capital One, your payment has posted. Thanks, Capital One.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Thanks. Thanks for lending me money, Capital One. Sing it, Atlas. Sing it, baby boy. How to open and activate your soul star chakra. What's a soul star chakra? Teal Swan, tell me. I want to open my soul star chakra. What's that? Uh-oh.
Not that one.
He's all, mine.
Got that.
Mary wins. You like the mushroom print? I know, it's dope as fuck, huh? Give you a better view of it. When did you walk behind me?
Oh,
I saw-
now to put the paper away.
I saw you on the screen. I was like, whoa!
You want Daddy's uke?
You want my uke, sweet prince? Yeah? You want to play the ukulele? You break it, you buy it. You break it, you buy it, Schmerl face.
Out. An old patch is not sewn onto a new garment because a tear would result. If two make peace with each other in this one house, they will say to the mountain, move, and it will move. Blessed are the solitary and elect, for you will find the kingdom, for you are from it, and to it you will return. If they say to you, where did you come from? Say to them, we came from the light, and place where the light came into being on its own accord and established itself and became manifest through their image. If they say to you, is it you? Say, we are its children. We are the elect of the living Father. If they ask you, what is the sign of your Father in you? Say to them, it is movement and it is repose.
It is movement and repose.
His disciples said to him, when will the repose of the dead come about, and when will the new world come? He said to them, what you look forward to has already come, but you do not recognize it. His disciples said to him, 24 prophets spoke in Israel, and all...
You playing us a tune, Atlas? Play us some more tunes.
all of them spoke in you. He said to them, you have omitted the one living in your presence and have spoken only of the dead. His disciples said to him,
What happened to that big ass box of snacks you got from that company?
They are... Where are they at, actually? Oh, they're probably still in my car. What? She's got... Get us? To get us the baby? To get us? Okay. Get it. Oh my God.
What a Tumblr?
is circumcision beneficial or not?
Oh yeah, they ask Jesus about circumcision, by the way. And Jesus basically goes, if circumcision was necessary, then the father would have, or the mother would have bore the child circumcised. So he's basically saying, no, leave his dick alone.
You have omitted the one living in your presence and have spoken only of the dead. His disciples said to him, is circumcision beneficial or not? He said to them, if it were beneficial, their father would beget them already circumcised from their mother. Rather, the true circumcision in spirit has become completely profitable. Blessed are the poor, for yours is the kingdom of heaven. Whoever does not hate his father and his mother cannot become a disciple to me, and whoever does not hate his brothers and his sisters and take up his cross in my way will not be worthy of me. Whoever has come to understand the world has found only a corpse, and whoever has found a corpse is superior to the world. The kingdom of the Father is like a man who had good seed. His enemy came by night and sowed weeds among the good seed. The man did not allow them to pull up the weeds. He said to them, I am afraid that you will go intending to pull up the weeds and pull up the weeds among them. For on the day of the harvest, the weeds will be plainly visible, and they will be pulled up and burned. Blessed is the man who has suffered and found life. Take heed of the living one while you are alive, lest you die and seek to see him and be unable to do so. They saw a Samaritan carrying a lamb on his way to Judea. He said to his disciples, that man is round about the lamb. They said to him, so that he may kill it and eat it. He said to them, while it is alive he will not eat it, but only when he has killed it and it has become a corpse. They said to him, he cannot do so otherwise. Jesus said, you too look for a place for yourself within repose, lest you become a corpse and be eaten. Two will rest on a bed. The one will die and the other will live. Salam said, who are you, man, that you have come up on my couch and eaten from my table? Jesus said to her, I am he who exists from the undivided. I was given some of the things of my Father. She responded, I am your disciple. Therefore I say, if he is destroyed, he will be filled with light, but if he is divided, he will be filled with darkness. Jesus said, it is to those who are worthy of my mysteries that I tell my mysteries. Do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. There was a rich man who had much money. He said, I shall put my money to use so that I may sow, reap, plant, and fill my storehouse with produce, with the result that I shall lack nothing. Such were his intentions, but that same night he died. Let him who has ears hear. Jesus said, a man had received visitors, and when he had prepared the dinner, he sent his servant to invite guests. He went to the first one and said to him, my master invites you. He said, I have claims against some merchants. They are coming to me this evening. I must go and give them my orders. I ask to be excused from the dinner. He went to another and said to him, my master has invited you. He responded, I have just bought a house and am required for the day. I shall not have any spare time. He went to another and said to him, my master invites you. He responded, my friend is going to get married, and I am to prepare the banquet. I shall not be able to come. I ask to be excused from the dinner. He went to another man and said, my master invites you. He said to him, I have just bought a farm, and I am on my way to collect the rent. I shall not be able to come. I ask to be excused. The servant returned and said to his master, those whom you've invited to the dinner have asked to be excused. The master said, the servant returned and said to his master, those whom you've invited to the dinner have asked to be those
Gaga.
said to his master, those whom you have invited to the dinner have asked to be excused. The master said to his servant, go outside to the streets and bring excused. The master
6:05 of 9:30. What are you looking at? Hi. Exciting stuff working on audiobooks, ain't it, Squadron? The most exciting. I used to, when I didn't have a microphone that was as good as this, and I didn't have my technique dialed in, I used to record this in my closet. So I would be sitting in my tiny ass closet using it as a sound booth with the clothes. Also blocking out sound from the roommates and shit. And just be in the dark ass little closet with my little fucking phone reading the Emerald tablets. I was in there for hours, as you can imagine. I did the Kabbalion in there. I did the manual for mental will I did in the closet. I might have been Elizabeth from the squad, Little 11. What's the matter, Prince? Mr. Grumps? Do you want Little Caesars already? Yeah, take it easy.
Shake that thing, that. Can I get a shake that thing, da, 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 da. Oh, da, da, Rebecca. Ding, 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 ding.
The master said to his servant, "Go outside to the streets and bring back those who happen to meet, so that they may die.
Atlas.
Will not enter the places of my Father." Jesus said, "There was a good man who owned a vineyard. He leased it to the tenant farmers so that they might work it and he might collect the produce from them. He sent his servants so that the tenants might give him the produce of the vineyard. They seized his servant and beat him, all but killing him. The servant went back and told his master. The master said, 'Perhaps he did not recognize them,' and sent another servant. The tenants beat this one as well. Then the owner sent his son and said, 'Perhaps they will show respect to my son.'
Or he is happy, but
Because
he's
the
just...
tenants knew that it was he who was the heir to the vineyard, they seized him and killed him. Let him who has ears hear." Jesus said, "Show me the stone which the builders have rejected. Show me the stone which the builders have rejected. That one is the cornerstone." Jesus said, "If one who knows the all still feels a personal deficiency, he is completely deficient." Jesus said, "Blessed are you when you are hated and persecuted. Wherever you have been persecuted, they will find no place." Jesus said, "Blessed are they who have been persecuted with blessed." Jesus said, "Blessed are they who have been persecuted."
Jesus said.
Jesus said, "Blessed are they who have been persecuted with blessed." Jesus said, "Blessed are they." Jesus said.
Peace out, Mr. Milks. Yeah, no commercials, but don't get it twisted. We're definitely trying to make money at the same time. Definitely not anti-money by any means. I just try to put the show in front of the money and putting the information. I just put everything in front of the money in hopes that the money will follow, and it has been. As long as you don't put money first, that's when things start getting a little weird. Are you a sleeper? Is that a little sleeper you on over there? Huh, sweet prince? You sleepy? We're almost done. We're almost done.
Said, "Blessed are they who have been persecuted within themselves.
Atlas, what are you
It is
doing?
they who have truly come to know the Father.
You want some
Blessed are the hungry.
white sage
The belly of
hydrosol?
him who desires will be filled.
Here.
That which Jesus said, that which you have will save you if you bring it forth from yourselves. That which you do not have within you will leave you if you do not have it within you." Jesus said,
Mmm. Smell the white sage. I haven't smelled that in a while.
Smells amazing.
Can you smell?
Smell
Oh, you smell down there?
It's all in the clubhouse.
It's in the club. In the clubhouse. Here you go. I'll spray your clubhouse with white sage.
Is your speaker on?
I don't think so. Or maybe it is actually. It was plugged in, so it had the light stays on.
"I shall destroy this house, and no one will be able to build it."
I know. Fuck.
"Tell my brothers to divide my father's possessions with me." He said to him, "O man, who has made me a divider?" He turned to his disciples and said to them, "I am not a divider, am I?" Jesus said, "The harvest is great, but the laborers few. Beseech the Lord, therefore, to send out laborers to the harvest." "O Lord, there are many around the drinking trough, but there is nothing in the cistern. Many are standing at the door, but it is the solitary who will enter the bridal chamber. The kingdom of the Father is like a merchant who had a consignment of merchandise and who discovered a pearl. That merchant was shrewd. He sold the merchandise and bought the pearl alone for himself. You too seek his unfailing. You too seek his unfailing, and you too.
What does he have?
The top of the sage thing, we could check.
Oh shit.
Oh my.
And you're cut off,
What
Atlas.
comes near to devour, and no worms to destroy. Jesus said,
I'm tired of sitting. Been sitting for hours.
shaken by the wind, and to see a man clothed in fine garments like the kings and the great men. Upon them are the fine garments, and they are
Ow,
unable to discern
Atlas.
the truth. A woman from the crowd said to him, "Blessed are the womb which bore you, and the breasts which... Blessed are the womb... Blessed are the... Blessed are... Crowd said to him, "Blessed are the womb which bore you, and the breasts which nourished you." He said to her, "Blessed are those who have heard the word of the Father and have truly kept it. For there will be days when you will say, Blessed are the womb which has not conceived, and the breast which has
What's
not
in your hair? He's got like sticky stuff in his
He
hair.
who has recognized the world has found the body, but he who has found the body is superior to the world. Let him who has grown
Alice,
rich
this
be king,
part of the
and
clubhouse
let
is
him
off
who
limits.
possesses power, renounce it.
Come over here.
He who is near me is near the fire, and he who is far from me is far from the kingdom. The images are manifest to man, but the light in them remains concealed in the image of the light of the Father. He will become manifest, but his image will remain concealed by his light. When you see your likeness, you rejoice. But when you see your images which come, rejoice. But when you see your images which come into being before you, and which neither die not become manifest, how much you will have to bear. Adam came into being from a great power and a great wealth, but he did not become worthy of you. For had he been worthy, he would not have experienced death. The foxes have their holes and the birds have their nests, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head and rest. Wretched is the body that is dependent upon a body. Wretched is the soul that is dependent on these two. Jesus said, "The angels and the prophets will come to you and give to you those things you already have, and you too give them those things which you have, and say to yourselves, when will they come and take what is theirs?" Jesus said, "Why do you wash the outside of the cup? Do you not realize that he who made the inside is the same one who made the outside? Come unto me, for my yoke is easy and my lordship is mild, and you will find repose for yourselves." They said to him, "Tell us who you are so that we may believe in you." He said to them, "You read the face of the sky and of the earth, but you have not recognized the one who was before you, and you do not know how to read this moment. Seek and you will find. Yet what you asked me about in former times, and which I did not tell you then, now I do desire to tell, but you did not inquire after it. Do not give what is holy to dogs, lest they throw them on the dung. Do not give what is holy to dogs, lest they throw them on the dung heap. Do not throw the pearls to swine." Jesus said, "He who seeks will find, and he who knocks will be let in. If you have money, do not lend it at interest.
Ow,
but give it to
Atlas, come
one
on,
who
man.
will get
Ow,
nothing
what the hell
back.
was that?
The kingdom of the Father is like a certain woman. She took a
Slamming
little
things
leaven,
on my toes right
concealed
now.
it in some dough, and made it into large loaves. Let him who has ears hear."
That's gonna need a much longer gap.
Hear. Large loaves. Let him who has ears hear. The kingdom of the
Perfect.
Father is like a certain woman
Nailed
who
it.
was carrying a jar full of meal. While she was walking on the road, still some distance from home, the handle of the jar broke and the meal emptied out behind her on the road. She did not realize it. She had noticed no accident. When she reached her house, she set the jar down and found it empty. Jesus said, "The kingdom of the Father is like a certain man who wanted to kill a powerful man. In his own house he drew his sword and stuck it into the wall in order to find out whether his hands could carry through. Then he slew the powerful man." The disciples said to him,
I switched to Lord of the Rings music in the background in case you guys are wondering what's going on. Why is my computer running so hot right now? Careful, sweetie.
"Your brothers and your mother are standing outside." He said to them, "Those here who do the will of my Father are my brothers and my mother. It is they who will enter the kingdom of my Father." They showed Jesus a gold coin and said to him, "Caesar's men demand taxes from us." He said to them, "Give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Give God what belongs to God. And give me what is mine."
Ooh, run that one back.
He said to them, "Give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Give God what belongs to God. And give me what is mine."
Whew, I'm gonna get that on a t-shirt.
Jesus said, "Whoever does not hate his father..."
You didn't hear any knocks, did you? Give me 1 second, you guys. I gotta make sure nothing weird's going on. The Magical Night Isn't It lo-fi playlist is on the TV downstairs right
Oh,
now.
I know. Put it on.
It's all vibey down there.
Yeah.
Magical Night, isn't it? Were you taking pictures with the white sage out there?
No, but I let it out there so it could dry so it wouldn't get all weird in the plastic.
Oh, I know. I was kind of doing that too.
Whoever does not love his father and his mother as I do cannot become a disciple.
We're almost done, you guys. Maybe
For
like
my
another
mother,
minute or two.
But my true mother gave me life. Woe to the Pharisees, for they are like a dog sleeping in the manger of oxen. For neither does he eat, nor does he let the oxen eat. Fortunate is the man who knows where the brigands will enter, so that he may get up, muster his domain, and arm himself before they invade. They said to Jesus, "Come, let us pray today and let us fast."
I like how you said
Jesus
that.
said, "What?"
What?
I like how you said that.
Said what?
Come. That was nice.
Come. Sword art. Online.
Online.
They said to Jesus,
Atlas looked at us.
"Come, let us pray today and let us fast."
Sword
Jesus
art.
said,
Online.
"What is the sin that I have
That's always the
committed,
theme song.
or wherein have I been defeated?" But when the bridegroom leaves the bridal chamber, then let them fast and pray. He who knows the father and the mother will be called the son of a harlot. Jesus said, "When you make the two one, you will become the sons of man, and when you say, 'Mountain, move away,' it will move away." The kingdom is like a shepherd who had 100 sheep. One of them, the largest.
What if I did the Shire music in the background of one of the audiobooks? How dope would that be?
Cute.
Right. He left the 99 sheep and looked for that one until he found it. When he had gone to such trouble, he said to the sheep, "I care for you more than the 99. Jesus said, "He who will drink from my mouth will become like me. I myself shall become he, and the things that are hidden will be revealed to him." The kingdom is like a man who had a hidden treasure in his field without knowing it, and after he died, he left it to his son. The son did not know about the treasure. He inherited the field and sold it. The one who bought it went plowing and found the treasure. He began to lend money at interest to whomever he wished. Jesus said, "Whoever finds the world and becomes rich, let him renounce the world. The heavens and the earth will be rolled up in your presence, and the one who lives from the living one will not see death. Whoever finds himself is superior to the world. Woe to the flesh that depends on the soul.
Changes the whole
Woe
feel.
to the soul that depends on the flesh." His disciples said to him, "When will the kingdom come?" Jesus said, "It will not come by waiting for it. It will not be a matter of saying, 'Here it is,' or 'There it is.' Rather, the kingdom of the Father is spread out upon the earth, and men do not see it."
What are you doing, Atlas?
Simon Peter said to him, "Mary leaves us." Simon Peter said to him, "Let Mary leave us, for women are not worthy of the..." Simon Peter said to him, "Mary leaves us." Simon.
Damn, that was a good stretch of no mistakes. It's like 10 minutes of recording.
"And do not see it." Simon
I'm getting
Peter
better
said
at
to him,
this.
"Let Mary leave us, for women are not worthy of life." Jesus said, Jesus said,
That Jesus said things get real old. And I skipped about 100 Jesus saids inside of the text.
Jesus said, "I myself shall lead her in order to make her male, so that she too may become a living spirit resembling you males. For every woman who will make herself male will enter the kingdom of heaven."
Done. Wonderful. Wonderful, Atlas. We've finished. Now we just have to write the music for it. maybe we can set up the piano right now and carry on with the project. Atlas is on a good one right now.
Atlas.
What are you doing, Prince?
Oh, he's teething. His mouth is all wet. Baby update. He's getting his front.
Baby update. Atlas got his bottom 2 teeth and now he's getting his top 2.
Because you're the Binks. Because you're the Stinks.
Thanks, little Levin. I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. Is it on the Patreon? Uh-oh. Oops. Atlas, you little cutie.
We're supposed to be getting heavy rains on Tuesday night. And thunderstorms.
I just checked yesterday. Are you sure we're getting rain? I checked
The
like.
article says.
I don't believe these fucks.
It's like the hottest day on Tuesday.
I know. SoCal to get first major storm since May with heavy rainfall forecast to start Tuesday night. I don't know if you guys know anything about
I'll be really excited.
about how we roll in California, but we get rain like once every 16 years.
16.
And what they do is they go rain forecast for next week, and everyone just loses their shit because the rain, the sky water is like the greatest thing ever. And then the rain never comes. So I'll believe that it's raining when I walk outside and rain hits me on the forehead. 10-day forecast. I got nothing. You're saying Tuesday? Next Tuesday?
It says Tuesday. Yeah. This coming Tuesday.
As in... No, today's Tuesday. So a week from today.
Let me check. Let me double check. If that's the case tonight.
If that's the case, we're supposed to be getting a thunderstorm tonight, which I don't believe at all. I don't.
You know, it doesn't say. But it could be tonight.
He's hitting the mirror. Careful.
Boppy. Boppy. Why does it feel like a Saturday today?
It feels weird out there, huh?
Yeah. I guess tonight, boo. I think.
Tonight?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Look at the article.
It doesn't say specifically.
I don't believe them. I don't believe it's raining. They're just toying with us. It says Santa Barbara, the Riviera. Precipitation, 0% chance. Humidity of 72% at least, though. So the plants are happy. I know.
Don't know. Watch out, Atlas.
Don't we all need the rain? Little Evan, we've needed rain for an ungodly amount of time now. But what people don't realize is they want to keep calling global warming on, it's not raining in California, look at all the wildfires. We are in a desert. Southern California is a desert. So we're not supposed to get rain in California, to be fair. On top of that, we need fires in California. A lot of the plants and trees need fires in order to reproduce. The cones don't open without extreme temperature because they evolved with the sun or with the fire. And because we put out fires every year, the land doesn't get to burn, so there's an imbalance with the growth, with the fuel that feeds the fire. And as a result, when we do get fires, they're massive. So California's pretty much doing what it's always done for God knows how long. Mary Winds, you're in California too, yeah. It's rained one time since May. That's funny because I planted my white sage farm at the property I was telling you guys about. Like, oh, I'm going to plant all this white sage and it's going to be great. And then it doesn't rain. It hasn't rained since I planted the sage. I planted the sage probably like June. And so the poor thing's just hurting out there. They're only surviving because they're meant for that climate. But it's tough. It's tough out here. It's 80 and sunny there, I bet. Isn't that like every day? Yeah. Basically, depending upon what part of California. I live in Santa Barbara, which is on the coast about 80 miles north of LA on the coast. So technically, they call this the Central Coast. Much nicer than LA, I think. But yeah, we haven't had rain in a long time. Where did I get? Aw. Kamar. Who's Kamar? Is Kamar Phillips on? Kamar, I got donations that I didn't realize I had. Little Evan, was that your donation? Thanks, man. That's a very helpful donation. I really appreciate that. Kindly. Thank you. Thank you tons.
Happy.
Lisa Phillips. Oh, Lisa. That was nice of her. That was very nice of her. That makes me so happy. I need Nature Gnosis. Nature Gnosis, we need to link up. Okay. Alright, who's ready for lunch?
Hey, Papa.
Hey Prince, what you doing over there? What you doing over there, Prince? You playing with my sock? You playing with the Ninja Turtle sock? Okay, you guys, thanks for hanging out. You guys are champion troopers. Good. That makes my heart warm, little Evan. I'm glad it helped.
My binks. My stinks. My binks.
The plants out here that are native are fine without the rain. Oh yeah? But yeah, the oak trees are fine, the grasses, all the sage plants are fine, the mugwort is fine. Like I said, everything out here is adapted to this environment. They're used to no rain. We're in a desert. But The non-native plants are dead as hell, like the grapes. Definitely not native over here. On that note, we're out. It was a long live, but we got a lot done. So if I have time, maybe I'll go on live in about an hour or so and start recording the music for this. And so you can listen to the piano score behind the voice, which is kind of fun too. A little late, Hill. You should... Never saw a tomato or grapes cooked on the vine. Me neither. But peace out, squadron. I'll see you guys soon, yeah?